Hello everyone, this is Irina Blount from La La Land Crafts. Today is day 9. We are already at day 9, can you believe it? Of our 24 days of Christmas tutorials Advent event. I am starting on our YouTube channel with days 1 through 12, and then our design team is going to join in for the following days on our blog with more tutorials for you. We are giving away 3 $50 gift certificates to our online store. To enter into the giveaway, you only need to comment on the videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then comment on our blog when our design team starts sharing their ideas. We also have a 20% off sale during this event, and the promo code is Advent22, and you'll go to shop to lalalandcrafts.com. Today we are making a toll card. And this card features these little critters from Warm Holidays clear stamp set. I've been looking at these cutie patooties for over a week now, and it was just about time that I make a card with them. So this card has some dimension, it has different elements, but it just is such a pretty card, such a peaceful and just pretty. That's all I can say. And then we have a pocket on the inside here, and I can't wait to show you how I made it. I have all of my layers cut, and I actually for once have all of the die cutting done already. We are going to start with the front panel for our card. I'm going to just give you all of the measurements first. My red cardstock, I have 2 layers here, and they measure 3.5 by 8 1/4, but remember, you don't have to write it down because all of the measurements are in the video description. For my gold cardstock, I have 2 layers as well here, and they measure 3 1/4 by 8. Then white cardstock for the inside of the card, and this one measures 3 1/8 by 7 7/8. And the pattern paper is 3 1/8 by 6. So I basically just cut off 3/8 from the 6 by 6 paper, and this is again from the Very Merry paper pack, and this is the paper that I'm using. I'm going to start with 1 red, 1 gold, and the pattern paper. Next I have the clouds, and I die cut this using our stitched clouds border die, and this die comes as a set of 2 with the clouds of different design, and I used one design on one of these clouds, this one right here. Got confused for a second, and then this is the second one. So I have one that is wider and another one that's a little shorter. And I die cut them from with the paper from the same paper pack, and this is the one right here from Very Merry. To glue these clouds on, I'm actually not going to glue them straight. I'm going to give it a little bit of the shape. I'm going to roll it over my finger to create of the curve, and I'm going to do the same on both of them. I'm going to add glue just on the side, just like a skinny line here on the sides of this layer, and then I'm going to use a piece of the foam tape, but I'm not going to remove the backing of it. I'm just going to put it right in the side, in the center right here, and don't remove the backing. And now I can shape it, and I can line up with one side and then give this our curve, and then line up with the other side. And then our next one is gonna go right on top here, and we can actually glue it all the way on the top of our first layer. Now the reason we have this, and besides it's really just kind of looks cute and gives a lot of dimension, also it's because we are going to tuck under our moon. And the moon was die cut with one of our newer dies, and this is called Crescent Moon. And I die cut the moon and also these little hanging stars. We're going to arrange our stars. So I want one here and 2 right there. Cute. And before we glue this on, let's continue with all of the other elements so we can see how it works. I die cut the Christmas tree, and I actually die cut 2 of them from polka dot paper. This one is from Christmas Hodgepodge paper pack, and this is this one right here. We're going to cut this tree apart. I already cut one of them, and I cut it not right in the center. I left the point of the tree intact, and then I cut the other part off, and I'm going to do the same on my second one. But for this one, I think I'm going to do opposite, so I'm going to cut off, leaving the point on the other end. And this Christmas tree is one of our older dies, like some of the very first dies when we start adding dies to our product range, but I still love it. I just absolutely adore the shape, and I use it still a lot. We're going to arrange our tree behind this hill, and this hill was die cut with the Snowy Hills die. I first cut white layer, measuring 2.5 by 3 1/8, and then when I die cut it, because this die has stitching on both sides, it gives me these 2 layers that I can use as heels. So I'm going to use my heels here for the reference right now, and to see where we glue on our trees. And I'm going to position the taller one on one side, and one that came off of it, it's actually made it as a shorter tree, which is kind of cool because we are creating a scene here somewhere like that. And we can go ahead and glue the trees on, and then we can glue our moon and the stars on as well. Added my front layer onto the card base. The card base, I don't remember if I mentioned the size of the card base. The card base is 7.5 by 8.5, and I scored then 3 3/4 to fold it in half. This I just adore how this turned out. This is such a silent night, just so peaceful with the moon and the trees and the snow banks here, and with our clouds. I hope you can see on the video all the dimension that this adds. And you can use so many different images on this card. You can use Marcy on here. Look how pretty it is. This is Snowflake sweater Marcy, if you need to look for her in our online store. This is one of our new rubber stamp, and I don't remember the name of her from the top of my head. For some reason just blanked out, but I'll put it in the video description below just for your reference. Then we have Luca. Look how he's just chilling there in the winter wonderland. And this is Stay Cool Luca. You can of course use it with the ostrich images, the ones that we used on the card yesterday and the day before yesterday. And this is from Deck the Holes clear stamp set. You can use it with the bears, and these are from Silent Night clear stamp set. I mean, there's so many different options. You can use it with the deer die cuts, and this is layered deer and his clothes. He's wearing his clothes. Look, I mean, like this is absolutely just a nice base for any of the winter images or dies you would like to use. You can even have the Santa sleigh flying over like this, and this is also one of our newer dies called Santa sleigh. So just wanted to show you just not just the images we're using today. You can use it with anything, with everything and anything that you already might have. But today we are using these cute images, and I'm going to align them the same way as I have them here on the graphics, because I just think it's really cute to have all three of them standing on the hill right there. And also we are going to add the sentiment. And for the sentiment, I was thinking, so this is the Warm Holidays clear stamp set, and I just got all excited. It comes with 5 different critters, and it comes with different sentiments, and also this stamp set comes with different accessories, so you can have your critters wear a Santa hat, wear just a winter hat, hold different ornament or present or stocking, just everything there, just really cute. And we also have the coordinating outlines die to cut out all of your images for the critters and also for all of the accessories. And also I have die cut already the sentiment label that we're going to put the sentiment right here on the bottom of the card. And the sentiment label was die cut with our scallop sentiment labels die, and I use this one right here. And let's see which sentiment we're going to use. So both of the sentiments, celebrate the season and chilly weather is better together, will fit on this label. And I think I'm going to use the one with together because we have all of these critters together, and I think that would be the nice sentiment to go with it. But of course you can use celebrate the season as well, depending on who you are making this card for. One thing that I wanted to mention about clear stamps, when you just use them the first time, I would not stamp it direct onto the sentiment here. I would use some scrap piece of paper and try to stamp it a few times on the scrap piece of paper first, and that conditions the stamp and removes any, well, that stamped really nice from the first one. So let's see if I can duplicate it and repeat it on the label. That looks pretty good. So the sentiment label is gonna go on the bottom, and I think I'm going to pop it. Now to arrange my critters, I think I'm going to glue 2 of this on the sides and then pop the deer. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm going to glue them standing on this second heel and pull them to the side. And I'm going to bring him lower so he's kind of standing on my sentiment label. How stinking, can I say stinking? How adorable, absolutely adorable is this. Okay, now let's continue on the inside of the card. I'm going to glue all of these 3 layers together, and again, I'm going to give 1/8 of an inch frame on my white layer first. I have the 3 that we have left, the second one here, and I also die cut the layer of 3 by 4 1/8 from White Cardstock, and using the same Snowy Hills die. So I have 2 hills like this. On the longer one, you'll notice that it's much longer there than the white layer on the inside of the card. I was actually thinking we are going to make a pocket. I'm going to score 1/2 inch on one side here and 1/2 inch on the bottom, and then 1/2 inch on the other side. We're going to miter the corners and fold all of these lines onto the inside. And if your corners overlap like mine did in this case, I'm going to miter it more. So just see they don't overlap, because we don't need any extra thickness on the back there. So this is good. And on my shorter one, I'm going to, actually now it's too long, so I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch off on each side on this one. And now I can glue it on the front of our pocket. I'm going to add double-sided tape to all of the flaps. And now let's decide how we're going to arrange everything. And now we can add our pocket, and we're going to line it up all the way to the bottom and all the way to the sides. And now this pocket here, you can put a gift card in there, you can put some photos, movie tickets. If you're writing a letter, this would be a nice spot to tuck in on the inside of the card. And that completes our card for today, for our day 9. Can you believe we have only 3 tutorials to go? Tomorrow and the next 2 days, and then I'll be done with the tutorials on our YouTube channel. But remember, you still have 12 more to look forward to from our design team, and I believe Marta is going to do the video tutorial on day 13, so there'll be some video tutorials for you as well. Don't forget to comment on this video. Don't forget that we are giving away 3 $50 gift certificates to our online store. So to enter, you need to comment on the videos on YouTube channel, and then on the videos on the blog post. If you don't know where to find our blog, just go to lalandcrafts.com and click on blog from there. If you missed any of the previous tutorials, the link to the whole playlist is in the video description, so just click on that and it will list them all for you in the order. Don't forget that we have a 20% off on all of our products in our online store with the coupon code ADVENT2022. I love how this card turned out. I can't wait to see what you guys do with this design. Make sure you post in our Facebook group if you're on Facebook, or if you're on Instagram, make sure to tag La Crafts so I can go and take a look. And this is all for me for today. I can't wait to show you what I have for you tomorrow. Bye for now. Much love.